Greetings, my friends. This is Rudolf, the tall white alien. And I just want to give you a thought with you on your way. A thought which may clear up your clouded mind. A mind which is mainly concerned about the different combinations of your sensory input. If I tell you a story from my home planet, from our sleeper population, from the form my people have, including myself, you can combine these words of mine in your head and create a picture. Every single one of you will create a different picture, even if many of these pictures may come very close in resemblance to each other. These thoughts of mine, which I express in words in order to be able to communicate my thoughts with you, will create a certain picture in your mind which become stored away in your subconscious, and with it a part of your own reality and your own being, because you do consist of mind and memory. Where is the difference between my words, my thoughts, and the construct which you create out of, the story which you create out of these words and store inside of you? Where is the difference between that and the reality which you believe to live in, and the reality what you believe to be? Because if you start, instead of listening to my words, which resemble my thoughts, start thinking your own thoughts, creating your own words, you will end up building also a story. Maybe even the story of yourself, consisting of memories of your childhood, or your recent memories, your aspirations, your inclinations. All of this will happen in your mind. And in your mind you get a clearer and clearer picture of the self, of the one you think you are. And after you do this over and over again, you get a very precise idea who you are and what you are. But whenever you think of yourself, you only can think of a part of yourself, maybe of something you remember from the past, maybe of something you wish to do in the future, maybe of something, how you may look and feel. You may look at some body part, like you look at a hand. And when you look at your hand, you say, this is my hand. But you never can look at the hand in its entirety, because it's a thought construction. You may look from one finger to the next. You may look at your face, you may look at your feet, one foot at a time, and say, this is my foot and this is my hand. But you're not capable at any moment during your whole lifetime to look at yourself in its entirety. Neither are you able to make a story of yourself, of your history, your presence, and your future, and find a picture which would fit into it and match it. All you can do is a fragmented, bits and pieces situation which will lead to a distorted picture of yourself and the world. There's nothing you can put together which will accomplish the task of creating a reality. No matter what you look at, it doesn't even have to be yourself and its complexity, which you will never be able to grasp, because you can only see the outside of your skin, and if you do that, only always a little part, and then another little part, then a hand, then a foot, then a hair. But you will not be able to see yourself or grasp yourself intellectually or even emotionally in your entirety. And the same holds true for any other object which you will ever be able to perceive during your lifetime. So, the conclusion of all of this is, no matter what you look at, it's just an extension of energy from yourself. It's a force of energy which is directed at a certain picture, and then in the moment when you looked at it, it already disappears again. If I tell you this, what I'm telling you now, and you listen attentively, you get an idea. You get an idea of what I'm speaking about, and depending on how intensively you listen, more or less intensively the picture will get. And if you direct this attention onto yourself or anything else, you will have the same results. But whatever you do in life can only be an effort of energy for a moment's time before you're going to jump to the next object. None of it has any lasting value. That's why we, the dreamer population, creating illusions. So you can jump and jump and jump, and your energy can be going from one object to the next, combine objects, make stories out of it, create histories out of it, personal memories, and with all these materials, even dream up your own futures. And this is what the world is consisting of. Just mental activities, mental combinations, which include a self and another, being and non-being, and all the opposites which exist in your self-created universe. There's nothing else than mind itself, and I've told you that several times, and this right now was just another form, another aspect of explanation, so you may get a clue that there's no such a thing as a self in its entirety. It's only so much of you there as you'll be able to think of, and the part you are looking at. This is Rudolf of Germany. Bye-bye.